Maintaining his composure, Carl recalled something from his military training. Wolves always stay away from populated areas. Wait, was it about bears? An explosion suddenly occurred outside. The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone. Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see. According to that log, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on, though. The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time. pumps wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store. The pumps wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store. Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first. The pumps wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store. Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one. The pumps wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store. The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time. Carl knew straight away where to find the infuriated Gilles. Lachance. Any good investigation would have to start there. Carl felt that the store and its surroundings still held their secrets, and he didn't like to miss out. Finding a locked door in the country is not that big of a deal. Carl knew a key had to be hidden nearby. There should be a law forbidding doctors from falling sick. In spite of Dr. Beaupré's goodwill, the place didn't look much like a physician's office. It could easily be mistaken for a sewing shop. For the one-eyed, or for other vision problems, the eye patch was the way to go. Carl got the trembles as he imagined the excruciating pain that kind of scalpel could no doubt inflict. Within these miserable walls, patients probably felt more like in a slaughterhouse than in a doctor's office. A chamber pot. Fortunately for Carl, inspecting it wouldn't further this particular investigation. A communist manifesto. Only a few years ago, this type of allegiance meant prison time. And even at present, the Western world was very wary of the Soviet threat. Why would the doctor own such a book? There was no doubt that the doctor and Hamilton knew each other very well. The good doctor, flanked by his beautiful spouse. Pure happiness captured on cardstock. Carl recognized this woman's soulful eyes. Was it Dr. Beaupré who had hit him head-on at the village border? The injured could be recognized by the large stains of red, an informal nickname given to Merbromen, smudged all over their injuries. The injured could be recognized by the large stains of red, an informal nickname given to Merbromen, smudged all over their injuries. Someone had lost a few liters of blood here. Carl's first thought had been a lumber accident, someone's hand cut by a saw, or a hunting accident. In any case, whoever had lost all this blood couldn't have gone far. Perhaps they were already dead. Carl got the trembles as he imagined the excruciating pain that kind of scalpel could no doubt inflict. Within these miserable walls, patients probably felt more like in a slaughterhouse than in a doctor's office. Carl felt like he knew the doctor now. His belongings had spoken lengths about him. But what Carl had heard worried him.
Mon bonhomme. Je t'ai fait là, l'étrange. Je m'attendais pas à ce qu'un étrange retentisse par ici. Moi te dire, je prends un peu de chance depuis que ça rôde dans ce bout-là. J'ai ma carabine au bout du doigt, et puis bang, 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 si ça s'approche. veux du linge chaud parce que t'es habillé comme un gars de la ville, je dirais pas non à une bonne bouteille de caribou. Puis tu pigeras ce que tu voudras parmi mes guenilles. C'est vrai, le jeune, que tu te promènes quasiment en bobette. Une bonne police, ça te ferait pas de tort. Mais je vais te dire une chose, dans ton coin de pays comme par ici, on n'a rien sans rien. Et où, mon caribou?
There was so much in this cabin to enrich body and mind. Carl couldn't leave empty-handed. The murder weapon. What was that doing there, Carl wondered. Hamilton must have been determined to keep some information secret to post this key. Shame he got unlucky. Everything made sense now. Poor Hamilton's denunciation was interrupted, and he figured it would be best to lock everything up and send the key to his correspondent, who would receive the box later on. Clever, but not enough. That's what happens to ordinary people playing spy. Nobody kills a rich patient to start a revolution. It didn't make